Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to Bracket A of Week 4 for the Art of Warfare in-house tournament. We're going to be checking out a couple... Actually, we're going to be checking one game out here, but it is a best of 3 with only 2 games in the replay pack, so I can only assume that whoever won this game also won the entire series, which is going to be awesome. So here we go. Down the bottom right side of the map, it is going to be Paddy. He is the green... He's the green Protoss player, and he plays for the team Paddy's Heroes, which probably makes sense when you think about it. And last time we saw him was actually in Week 2, where he faced off and beat Opain from the Horses. So very, very nice job from him. And our other player up the top left side of the map, it is going to be Chaos, otherwise known as Chaos Game. And he is playing for Masterminds, actually replacing Cog Gog, who he cast in Week 1. And he actually won a game in Week 1, but he's, I don't know, he's just not in the tournament anymore. And his place has been taken by Chaos. So we're going to be seeing if Chaos is up to scratch, up to the obviously high levels of play that we saw from Cog Gog. So let's go checking it out in this game. Another PvZ, we've been seeing quite a few of them this week in this tournament. So you cannot get enough of those games. Actually, might have liked a couple more Terrans in there, but I don't know. I actually played a ladder game earlier where I faced off against a Terran. He kind of owned me. I mean, I was awesome. We sort of sat back. I had a massive amount of Colossus and Zealot Stalker. I was picking off like 10 gateways. I had 3 bases, and I got in and I owned him. And you know what happened? He had like 10 Banshees in his base. He just came in and owned me. And I didn't have a huge amount of Stalkers, but I had a decent amount. And my observers were like off in La La Land, and the Banshees hit all my Stalkers, and I was like, oh, come on! I ended up losing that game, actually, even though my macro was awesome, and he was only on 1 base at that point. The Banshees are just too much. I mean, it's just too many Banshees. Oh man, so annoying. But anyway, that we're not gonna brood on that game because I don't know. I don't really play ladder anymore. Every time I play ladder, everything starts, I think everything's going well, and then everything falls over in a heap, and I'm just like, crap on a stick. Okay, very early Nexus coming out for Paddy, so this is definitely how the Forge Fast Expand is done. We saw a bit of it last game from, who was it from? From Awaken, but he didn't do it all the way through. He did sort of a cannon rush and then fell back into the Fast Expand, but we've got a full-on Fast Expand going in here from Paddy, so looking like it's going to be very, very awesome for him this game. We've got an Observer, no, an Overlord over there, going to be lording it over everybody else on the field. That's quite hilarious. There's going to be the Battle of the Workers right here, and I don't know, man, I feel like the Probe should win this, because, I mean, it's got electricity. It could just like taser that drone all the way over the place, and it'll just be rolling around in its belly like just not able to do anything. So I don't know, if you tase somebody, generally they fall over. I mean, Zerg should be no different at all, but this Probe, these Lings, yeah, Lings I can understand. You tase them, they just get angry, they just get really, really pissed off, and they just cut your head off and stuff like that, and like rip all your binary organs out and stuff like that. So it's not fun. Tasing does not work on them unless they're being tased by an Archon. Archons have the heavy duty taser, and that actually does work pretty well against Lings because they just start exploding. Look at that worker, man. What a gun. He might actually, I think he's going to survive. It's like a marathon run. It's like the Iron Man challenge for like really hardcore people. Not only do you have to do the marathon, but you have to get chased by Lings at the same time. And you just keep running, and whoever's the last one alive is the winner. Unless nobody's left alive, in that case the Lings are the winner. But yeah, it happens more than you would think. So we've got a ton of workers coming out for Chaos. Although, those 9 workers have only just evened him up, because Paddy has really got that Nexus out nice and early, and he's going to be going for a Stargate out here. We will see if he's got a little bit better of a plan than I think it was Awaken because Awaken's plan was all Void Rays, and that kind of left a bit to be decided. I mean, I've got to be perfectly honest. He kind of did. Oh, psych. Mind games going on from Paddy. Cancels the Stargate. Builds a robotics facility as soon as the Overlord is dead. Mind games for the win. And we'll see if he can actually pull this off right here. Because Chaos, you see, instantly going for a ton of Spore Crawlers. He's very afraid. If he starts going for Hydras now, then Paddy has got this in the bag. I don't know if he is, though. Because it could just be a single Oracle coming out for harassment. So I don't think Chaos is going to go for like, oh my god, there's a Stargate. I need 1,000,000 Hydralists right now. I don't think he's going to do that. But at least he's forced out a couple of Spore Crawlers, which are going to be pretty useless for the rest of the game. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Paddy, he's done pretty well. I mean, he won the last game that we saw up against Opain. And if he wins this game as well, then he's definitely going to be one of the best players in the tournament. Ow, that Stalker just got owned. It's a bit late for the Stalker Mothership harassment, I feel like. It's just a little bit too late, but... Wow, he's got this base blocked off. The third base, not so lucky. This is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. You're probably going to be forced to cancel that. I'm not sure how many forces you can send out to defend it. Not a lot. Oh man, the smack talk going down. Accusing Chaos of map hacking, but it is just exceptionally good map presence. Oh, don't let them in. Don't let the Zealots in, the Lings in. Oh, he's got another Zealot in, and the Ling's choosing not to run in. They could have done. Oh, that is 16 workers coming out for Chaos. And that is how a Zerg player macros, man. Just crazy macro all over the place. And what's he up to now? 58 over 47. So he's quite well in the lead. He's got things quite well under control. And Paddy, man. Paddy really wants that third base, but... he's having quite a lot of problems holding on to it at the moment. And these Lings are just going to be coming back down. I don't know, dude. How did he know there was a probe coming back here, man? Maybe he's right about the map hack. So those Lings, man, how did they know that shit was going down, man? Oh, man. Oh, come on. Mothership Core actually taken out a lot of it. I don't think he's killed a single Ling yet, but he's definitely softened a lot of them up. And Paddy, man, if you want to expand, you need some units to hold the damn thing off. Where are your actual units? He's got a bunch of gateways here, so he's got to get a ton of units out and actually start to get some map presence, because right now he's just got a bunch of ragtag Lings that are currently just owning everything on the map. So he really needs to start moving out, start defending against this, start getting a bunch more Zealots, I feel like. Zealots would definitely be a good idea against a bajillion Lings, because, you know, the other units, these guys aren't that good against Lings. Stalkers aren't that good. Immortals are absolutely crappy. So, yeah, get some Zealots out, man. Is he getting some Zealots? He's getting some DTs. They're pretty good against Lings. They're so expensive, though. So expensive. They're just going for harassment. Here we go. What do we got? Bunch of sentries. Man, get those Zealots out. Nice time warp, but there's just so many Lings. I feel like he's still going to win this. But he may lose some Immortals to Lings. No, the Force Field doing a great job managing to hold off everything there. And Chaos going for 50 more Lings. He has gone Ling crazy, man. He has got a... oh, very well defended there. And these DTs, man, just not going to be able to do the stuff they need to. Finally getting out of there. So Chaos showing us what you need to have to defend against DTs. What a great DT defensive move he's got there. And Paddy, suddenly he's getting at every bit of tech except for the tech that he needs to get out Lings. So he's going for a Stargate. He's got the robotics facility. He's... oh, man, get out something that's good against Lings. Really something. He's literally got almost everything that's bad against Lings. Alright, he's getting some Archons now. So I'll give him that. Archons are good against Lings. But he really needs more. He really needs a bunch of Zealots. He really needs like a Colossus or Storms. I don't know. Maybe Storms is kind of a waste on Lings. I don't know if he keeps doing them. He's going for Mutiling though. So really a nice bit of Colossus play would be great. Storm play would be even better. Lings do making a move. He's got a single Archon, and that is going to help shred a lot of these guys. But look at the Stalkers just going to get absolutely massacred. The Archon, well protected by the Stalkers, are actually blinked back. So it's a nice move here. And the Ling's taken so many damage. Only 5 kills from the Archon, but I'm sure that would have been a lot more if the Lynx had stuck around. Are they going to go around the side? They're just going to go back a little bit. We do have mutas as well, but running a mutas into the army where there is an Archon, not the smartest of ideas. Unfortunately, the Immortals are all going to get wasted right here. They're just not that useful. There we go. The Archon get up to 9 kills, 10 kills. He's the only guy left though, so unfortunate. And the mutas finishing everything off, so not quite the unit composition that Paddy needed to really deal with that. But he should be able to warp in a completely new army. There's 3 more Immortals. Why are you getting so many Immortals? Did somebody tell you that Chaos was going for Roaches? Because they lied. He's not going for Roaches. He's going for Mutalisks and Lings, and you do not need that many freaking Immortals. He's definitely getting some anti-muta stuff there. The Archons are nice. The Stalkers are nice. Even the Sentries are nice. So, yeah, going to be defending quite nicely here. The Immortals are just like, we didn't sign up for this shit. Just be chasing around, and here we go, the Archon going to work. A couple more of those, and mutas are just going to get owned all over the place. And Chaos, man, you need to know when to retreat, because that was not a good place to be in. Here are the Zealots out there going to be taking this down. Hopefully we see a cancel here, but maybe we won't. There, a cancel right at the last second. Great micro there from Paddy. No, sorry, from Chaos. Great map awareness. And great job from Paddy at taking it down. We'll have to see. He's getting a bunch more Stalkers, getting out some Phoenix, so he's adjusting to this play, and the Phoenix are doing a great job at taking out all of this air sort of tech. Really, really nice. You can see they're just shredding the Mutalisks right here. Very, very nice job. Phoenix are going down, but the mutas are going down even faster. And now he can start to hunt out those Overseers, those pesky, pesky Overseers. And all he needs to do is make sure that he's got a decent amount of Archons, decent amount of Stalkers, and obviously some Zealots and stuff to deal with the Lings, and he should be fine. So he's starting to get a nice amount of army out there. A couple more Archons would definitely be helpful, but he's looking pretty strong right now. He's looking pretty strong. In terms of the income, he's actually, wow, he's actually quite well out in the lead. If you have a look at the units lost, no real workers lost. The workers lost has been right down the bottom. 134 Lings, man, that's crazy. But this is the thing. I mean, Chaos has lost about 2 or 3 Harvesters. Paddy's lost about 2 or 3 Harvesters, and this is the number. So it's not like Chaos had a ton of Harvesters and he lost a ton. This is the most he's built, so he is just playing out of his depth in terms of the economy. Paddy knows how to get massive macro. Chaos, not so much. He's gone pretty good, but against a player of Paddy's insane macro, it's just not enough. And he is going to die, and he's going to be sitting there shaking his head, wondering how it happened. Because he's just, I mean, in terms of macro, I think he's just outmatched at the moment, and I'm not sure he even realizes it. So there we go. He's going for a ton of Roaches. Nice bit of tech switch, but I mean, Paddy has kept these 3 Immortals alive for so long. However, 3 Immortals versus 24 Roaches. I'm not sure I would count on the Roaches so much to win that battle. Void Rays though, Void Rays is going to help definitely. And Paddy, this is going to be awesome. I mean, he's got a ton of different types of units. I mean, the Void Rays are going to be awesome. The Immortals are going to be awesome. So he's got a mismatch of everything, and he can basically take on everything with his army. The only downside is going to be the upgrades, but he's got 2 weapons and 1 armor for his ground, and that's going to be enough, I feel like. It's going to be enough. He's got 1 air attack on the way as well, and the Zerg player actually got a ton of stuff going on. He's a ton of minerals, but not so much army going on. Not so. He's really starting to get up a bunch more workers, or is he? I'm not sure, but he's going for Roach Hydra, and we do not have a superior counter for Hydralisk here. For all of the units that Paddy has, he does not have any Storm, he does not have any Colossus. So in terms of Hydras, he's not going to be doing all that well, but he can wipe through the Roaches, and he may just be able to finish off the Hydras with what he has, because he's got a very decent amount of forces, and there's not an overwhelming amount of Hydras on the field yet. So I feel like he could just, as long as he just brushes the Roaches aside, I feel like he can still take this victory. But he's got to be pushing back here, actually retreating a little bit, does not like what he sees. He wants to have the perfect counter right here, so he's going to be jumping into the Colossus tech straight away, and his number 1 Colossus coming out, getting out a 2nd robotics facility. I feel like he still could have won that battle, but he's choosing not to. See, the downside of going for Colossus right here is he's only got enough supply to get 1 Colossus. So, I mean, he's not like you get out a ton of Colossus. He can only afford to get one because that's how much supply he's got left. So he needs to start trading. He needs to start trading soon. Otherwise, he's just going to be banking up minerals, which he can't use. And here we go. Going to be jumping in. The Immortals, are they in range? Sort of. He needs to get these guys in range. He needs to start taking this stuff out. He's doing a very good job. Needs to overcharge these Void Rays and get them taken out of the Roaches. He's doing alright. He's, like I said, he's got the units to take everything out. The Roaches got annihilated by the Immortals. 12 kills, 14 kills. You got to remember these Immortals have been doing jack all the entire game. So that many kills really shows that either they've been hitting lings when they weren't supposed to be, or they've just owned the Roaches all over the place. And I would guess it's probably a little bit of both, but yeah, really, really nice job. And Chaos just, man, Paddy had it. He had a very impressive economy, and he kept the units coming out. He kept the units being built, and he got enough of everything to make it basically impossible for him to be surprised. So, great job there by Paddy. And I have to say straight up, he is one of the best players I have seen. I haven't seen every player from Bracket A. I haven't seen a couple like, there's a guy from Best Team Incoming, Can Seriously Care or something like that. And there is a guy from Team Insane called Majoris. I haven't seen either of those guys play. But just from what I've seen so far, Paddy is right up the top of Bracket A, man. So good. So impressed with his play. And yeah, definitely we'll try and catch a few more games from him as the weeks go on. But for now, that has been week number 4 wrapped up. Stay tuned next week for week number 5. And remember, I can't cast the games unless you send out the replays. So make sure you do that, and we'll get it done nice and quick. So stay tuned. This has been Harry Muppet. I hope you enjoy this game. I'll catch you guys next week.